62,691. That's the benchmark score of the laptop that I'm about to show you. The absolute minimum for serious day trading is 45,000, and this one clears it by 39%. Now here's the part that stings a little bit. Back on January 1st, I made a video called The Best Trading Laptop for 2026, and in that video, I named the 18-inch Odyssey EZ Trading Laptop as the best, and I meant it. But here's the thing, that laptop just got beaten. And it got beaten by a chip that wasn't even available when I made that video. That chip is the AMD Ryzen 9 9955HX3D, and it's changed the math completely. Now, I want to be straight with you about the Odyssey because it didn't get slower. It still benchmarks at 58,444. That's still 30% above my threshold. And it's still a machine I'd put a trader in tomorrow without blinking. So what changed? AMD did something really big this year. They brought a technology called 3D V-Cache, which only lived on the desktop side. They brought it on down to the laptop, and it landed in July. That's just how this industry works. Trading hardware leadership, it flips back and forth like a tennis match. Anybody who tells you that one machine is the best forever is selling you something. My job is to tell you what's true right now, today. Every single trading platform on Earth will install on almost any modern laptop. Thinkorswim from Charles Schwab, NinjaTrader, TradingView, they all load up just fine. But installing and keeping up are two completely different animals. A laptop that installs your platform and a laptop that survives a stock market volatility spike with 6 charts open are not the same machine. Not even close. Now, before I show you the machine, let me give you the only 2 numbers I use to judge any trading laptop. Number 1, a CPU benchmark score above 45,000, because below that you're gambling in fast markets. And number 2, a discrete NVIDIA RTX graphics card. Never integrated graphics. Integrated graphics is that tiny little graphics card built into the main CPU. So with integrated graphics, the laptop CPU is trying to play quarterback and running back at the same time. So when the markets get really busy, it fumbles. Speaking of that CPU benchmark score, I built a free CPU benchmark test just for traders. It takes about 2 minutes, and it'll tell you exactly where your current laptop stacks up against that 45,000 number. So if you've ever wondered whether your machine is the problem, you can stop wondering. Just click the link in the description, find out right now. Now here's why a laptop is a bigger problem than a desktop. A laptop is a sealed box with a tiny cooling system, and every decision you make gets locked into that tiny laptop at the moment you buy it. On a desktop, if you make a mistake, you can fix it later. It's fairly easy to swap the RAM, to add a hard drive, to upgrade the video card. On a laptop, you live with whatever you bought forever. In 16 years of building these machines for traders, that one fact is where I see traders lose the most money. They buy a laptop that installs everything fine, and then 6 months later, they're calling me because it can't survive the open or it can't survive an FOMC meeting. And that's why buying the right one the first time actually matters. So let me walk you through the brand new 18-inch Excalibur EZ Trading Laptop spec by spec. And I'm not going to read you a spec sheet, but I am going to tell you what each spec does when the market's moving. The processor is the AMD Ryzen 9 9955HX3D. 16 cores which run at 5.4 gigahertz in turbo boost mode, and a benchmark score of 62,691. Again, that's 39% above my 45,000 line. That margin, that headroom is the whole point. It's a difference between a laptop that keeps up and a laptop that becomes the thing that breaks first when the NASDAQ goes wild. Now, that benchmark score tells you the machine is fast, but there's one spec inside of it that explains why it's fast. And it's the one thing the gaming magazines bury on page 9. For us traders, it's the whole ball game. The technology is called cache. And here's what that actually means. Every time a price tick comes in, every time a chart redraws, your processor has to go grab data. Cache is a small amount of ultra-fast memory built right onto the processor itself. It's the stuff it keeps closest at hand, so it doesn't have to go looking for it. Picture a chef. Cache is the little counter right next to the stove where the chef keeps the ingredients he's using right now. Everything else he uses lives in that walk-in refrigerator in the back of the kitchen, and every trip to that fridge costs him time. Most laptop processors have a cramped little counter. What AMD did with the 3D V-Cache is stack that counter vertically, build it up in layers until it's the size of a banquet table. Now the chef almost never has to walk back to the fridge. And here's why that matters for traders more than anybody else. Trading software grabs the same data over and over, thousands of times a second. The same charts, the same indicators, the same order book again and again. That's exactly the workload a giant counter is built for. It's why this chip beats processors that look identical on the spec sheet. Same core count, same clock speed. The counter is just bigger. Now let's talk about the graphics card real fast. This thing comes with an NVIDIA RTX 5080 with 16 gigabytes of video RAM. This is genuinely at the very high end. This is not a mid-range video card with a big number on the box. And it's packed with tensor cores. Those are the specialized processors that handle AI workloads. So if you're running an AI trading bot or you're using AI modules that every major platform is building in right now, tensor cores are the hardware actually doing that work. When you pair them with the 9955 HX3D and its 3D V-Cache, you've got a laptop that can genuinely run AI-driven trading locally instead of choking on it. And here's a rule most traders never learn. Your graphics card sets your monitor limit, not the ports on the side of the laptop. Most people assume more ports means more monitors. Wrong. So let's talk about the ports real fast. This machine comes with HDMI 2.1 plus 2 Thunderbolt ports. Thunderbolt always carries video, up to 2 4K displays per port. Generic USB-C ports are liars. Some carry video, some only connect USB devices, and some just charge your phone. And there's no way to tell which one is which by looking at them. The 18-inch Excalibur EZ Laptop will genuinely drive a 4-monitor wall plus its own built-in screen. It's a true multi-monitor trading setup right out of the box. And for memory, this thing comes with 64 gigabytes of DDR5 memory standard. It's upgradable to 128, and the RAM is not soldered down, and so many retail laptops come with a fixed amount of RAM that's soldered onto the board, especially Mac. On a soldered machine, what you bought is what you're stuck with. For storage, it comes standard with a 2 terabyte Generation 5 NVMe drive. That's the fastest current generation. The built-in display is an 18-inch 4K mini LED screen. And that size matters way more than people expect when you're trading away from your desk. For networking, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet built right in, plus Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 5.4. Just remember that being wired in always beats wireless for a live data feed every single time. Now this thing weighs 7.9 pounds, and I know somebody's already complaining. Listen, the weight is the cooling. A thin laptop, you know those ultra slim models, they thermal throttle. That's the biggest problem with them. And thermal throttling is precisely what kills you at the open. When a laptop throttles, it's going to cut its processing power down by 70%. Nice and ultra thin is a feature for a coffee shop. And of course, you're going to get our lifetime premium EZ Trading Computers tech support. So if your platform freezes at 10:47 on a Tuesday with a live position open, you call us. You get real people who know what NinjaTrader is, not some overseas script reader who's never heard of it. If you want to check out what I call the world's greatest laptop for trading, the 18-inch Excalibur EZ, go ahead and click the link that's in the description. Now let me be honest real fast about who this is not for. If you just run one platform part-time, this is way more a laptop than you need. And I'll tell you that to your face. Don't let anyone, including me, talk into more machine than your trading actually requires. The 18-inch Excalibur EZ Laptop is for full-time traders, prop firm traders, and AI bot traders. So whether you're trading with FTMO, Top Step, Apex Trader Funding, or running your own book, or anybody running 3 or 4 platforms, backtesting, or driving a real multiple monitor setup, this is the right laptop for you. Now, before you buy any trading laptop, this one or any other, do me a favor, get my free, complete guide to laptops for traders. It walks you through every spec that matters and every trap that costs traders money, so you make the right call the first time instead of the second time. Go ahead and click the link in the description or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now. And listen, why haven't you subscribed yet? Do yourself a favor, slam the subscribe button. I promise to keep pumping out these tips to help you optimize your trading experience. And if you want to see the ultimate desktop computer for trading, you definitely want to watch this video next. My name's EZ. Thanks for watching. May the trend be with you.